Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Parker with Team Hexacana, and today I have a Salamangreat Fireking Azamina deck profile for y'all today. This deck is very fun for me. I've been playing it for almost a year at least by now. It's possibly the second best deck I've played since I've started in the game, besides, well, Black Wings, of course. But this deck is very fun to play with. I love how it interacts with the Fire Kings, and the Fire Kings also works its way into the Salamangreats. And then to top it off with the Azamina line, I find it very enjoyable. I love playing this deck. It's not that very expensive to play, so if any newcomers are into looking for a brand new deck, just starting out and that's easy to learn, you can go with Salamangreats. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the deck. First, I run two Salamangreat Fires. Salamangreat Fire here is basically your one card combo. This helps you find your Gazelle or a Foxy or possibly a Spinning to add to your hand. Now, there's a possible chance you could get Troll on this card, but most half the time you're not really worried about that card most of the time. But Fire is possibly one of the best cards in the deck. Next, I run two Salamangreat Spinnies. Spinny here is possibly the second or third best card in the deck to my extent, because if this is in hand, and as long as you have a Salamangreat body on the field, you can discard to the graveyard and buff any monster or your opponent's monsters to gain 500 points. But we usually target ours. We don't need to give our opponents extra attack points for any other reason. And then also from Spinny's Grave Effect, as long as you have a body, which most of the times you will, you can use this Grave Effect to Monster Reborn it back to the field to help you get into your XYZ monsters, for instance, Mirage Stalio. Next, I run obviously the main card for the deck, and I will run two Salamangreat Gazelles. Gazelle is the best card in this deck because with Gazelle, if Gazelle sees a Salamangreat body from the field, deck, or hand go to the graveyard, you can immediately activate this effect from the hand to special summon it. And then on effect, you can use this effect to send one Salamangreat card from the library to the graveyard. And usually that target's either going to be the Spinny or one of the trap cards. Next, I run one Salamangreat Mole, one Salamangreat Jackalope, one Salamangreat Foxy, and one Salamangreat Weasel. For monsters, we'll go ahead and move into the spells. We're currently at the moment, I am running 3 circles. Possibly the best spell card within the Salamangreat engine, because especially if this is in your hand, you can use this in the draw phase so you don't end up getting droll off the search. You can find your Fire, your Spinny, or your Gazelle off it. It's a wonderful card to have. Then I play one Salamangreat Sanctuary, one Will of the Salamangreats, and one Salamangreat Charge. Right. Then we'll go into the traps for the Salamangreats. I run only 2. I run a Salamangreat of Rage and Salamangreat of War. Usually, so with War, most of the time with Gazelle, if you haven't already had the spinny, or if the spinny is already in the graveyard, you can go ahead and send Salamangreat War. So when you reincarnate your Phoenix or link it off to make the same one, you can use Phoenix, chain the Salamangreat War to set itself to the field. But after you use it, it will get banished. So be careful of that. Alright, for that will be the end of the Salamangreat portion of the deck. We'll go ahead and move into the Fire Kings. For Fire Kings, I run 2 Fire King High Avatar Kirans, 2 Sacred Fire King Garudixes, 2 Fire King Ponix, 1 Fire King Avatar Avada, 1 Fire King Corteria Volcanix, 1 Fire King Avatar Kieran, or as I like to call Baby Kieran, and then lastly Fire King High Avatar Garunix. Now, so with this card, Baby Kieran or Fire King Avatar Kieran is the best way for me to move into my salad boards, because when I use Garunix's effect to destroy Baby Kieran says I can use its effect to send 1 fire monster, not Fire King, but any fire monster. So basically with him, I can send the spinning to the grave, which will help me get into the line of the Salamangreat. So when I take 2 of my Fire Kings and make Salamangreat Sunlight Wolf, I'll have a way to special out the spinning. Big Kieran is also a very nice card to have in your hand, just in case someone tries to Veiler or Imperm you. Because once they do, you can use Kieran's effect to pop that very monster to destroy it and dodge Imperm or Veiler's effect. So you still get the effect, but your monster will get destroyed. But mostly Fire Kings really don't care about their monsters to get destroyed because we love it. So that is the monsters for the Fire Kings I play with. We'll get into the spells. I use 1 Fire King Skyburn, 1 Circle of the Fire Kings, 1 Fire King Island, and 1 Fire King Sanctuary. Alright. Now we get into the small Azamina package. I played 2 Diabell the Black Witch, 2 Wanted Posters, 1 Deception, 1 Hollowed, and 1 Sinful Spoil Subversions. Alright, next for most of my non-engine cards, or well, that I use, that's typically not part of the deck. I run, well, 2 Bestial Baldricks, 1 Magnemite, 1 Druid Worm, and 1 Surnair, along with the 1 Regain. Just a nice little small bestial package to help with me not having mostly hand traps. So But these tools to me are basically hand traps just for darks and lights. And it's a good interruptions against yummies, branded. It's a very good out to most cards. Next, we'll get into the hand traps. I run 12. We'll start off with the 2 Ghost Ogres, 2 Trolls, 2 Fake Railers, 3 Ash, and 3 Imperms. And then for my last 3 cards I play with, non-engine wise, Triple Tactics Thrust, Triple Tactics Talents, and 1 Callback. That is the main deck. So let's go ahead and move into the extra deck. I play 2 Salamangreat Fireking, 2 Salamangreat Sunlight Wolves, and 3 Salamangreat Raging Phoenixes. 1 Salamangreat Mirage Stallion, 1 Promethean Princess, 1 SP, 1 Embluel, 1 Hita, 1 IP. Then I run 2. I run 1 Azamina Il Sylvia and 1 Azamina Rusilago. Alright, that will be the extra deck portion. We'll go ahead and get into the side deck. In my side deck, I got 1 Lightning Storm. Very soon it will go. I'll put 3 in here since now that after the ban list, this card has now gone to 3. So it would be a good idea to run this at 3 to my side. The 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Dimension Barrier, 2 Books of Eclipses, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, 2 Droplets, 2 Evenlys, 2 Nibs, and 2 Ghost Bells. Alrighty. Well guys, that is my Salamangreat Fireking Azamina deck profile. I once again very well enjoy this deck. It's a very good starter deck for anybody who's trying to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! At this point. It's fun, it's easy to learn, it interacts a whole lot. So if you're out there looking for a new deck to play with, it's very great fun. I enjoy it a lot. I do recommend a Salamangreat build, or just maybe pure Salamangreats if you want to. But I believe this deck, once it gets the new cards later, this deck could be very powerful and pretty unstoppable. So, well guys, that will be it for tonight. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next duel. Have a great time.